In today's video, we are going to have a look at the 5 crochet tools that, as a beginner, I didn't know that I would need. Hi, come on in. I'm Caroline, and this is Caro-stitched. I've been crocheting for as long as I can remember. And my idea of a must-have crochet tool has definitely changed over the years. If you're just starting out, then obviously the basics such as hooks and darning needles and so on are obviously essential. And I do have a video that covers all of that, and I will link that up here for you. And then you can go straight to that. I'll also put it in the description box down below so you can get to it if you want to. But today I want to show you the other tools, those that at home I keep within reach at all times because I know I will need them. But when you start to crochet, these are things that you don't even realize you're going to need. So first up is my steam iron. Now, it's not for ironing because if you iron wool, it will ruin it. It's for the steam side of it. Now, I've just managed to get water off myself because I do use it quite often. And it's for blocking your work. So it can soften and shape your work. Helps with those curling edges and so on, means that you can get it straight and get it to the shape you want, and that's what you do when you're blocking it. So you use the steam iron to steam it, to give that dampness to it that means that you can shape it in the way that you want, and it can turn those unfinished works into something that looks professional and properly finished. Now, if you've never blocked a project before, I really do recommend that you try doing it. It really does make such a difference to the pieces that you have made. I will have a video coming out later on in the month that I will link here, which is going to walk you through my blocking process and how I do it. I do have those smaller little projects that I use it on, but also I use it for my bigger pieces like blankets and so on. So I will link that on the video somewhere and also down below when I have got that out. The next is quite a simple one, and it is my little metal ruler. Now I do have larger ones that I use upstairs sometimes, but this is one that I carry with me at all times. And yes, you can use it for measuring with, obviously, that's what it's meant for, but I use it for when I have ends of wool, part skeins, and I put it out without a label or without knowing what it is and thinking, I'll know what that is when I come back to it. And you come back to it and you're thinking, now, is that worsted weight 4, lightweight 3? What is it? This is my lifesaver. It is a way that you can use your ruler to measure and find out exactly what it is that you have. And it is for wraps per inch. So you wrap your wool around it, and depending on how many there is in the inch, lets you know what weight the wool is, and then you can make it accurately into the projects that you want it to be. So this is a lifesaver and a game changer for me. I do have a little video on it. Again, I will link it for you. So for number 3, it is my daylight lamp or daylight bulb, depending. You can obviously interchange them. And this really has been a lifesaver for myself, because when you're crocheting in the dark, not the dark, but in low light, then normal lights doesn't shine brightly enough on your work to be able to help you see properly when you're doing it, and it does tend to strain your eyes a bit. Now, this happens more so obviously nighttime and in the winter, because obviously the winter you have less time in which you can crochet. Now, Shetland even more so, that's where I come from originally, and up in Shetland during the winter in the darkest days we literally have about 6 hours of daylight. So usually between 9 and 3 it's the times at the worst when you can actually work properly. So been a lifesaver when I lived up there, but even now that I live in England, that is only about 8 hours when you can work properly during a day. And obviously this daylight lamps make such a difference to you, so it means you can continue without ruining your eyesight. So the next one for me is my crochet hook case. Now I know everybody go, that's an obvious one, and yes, it is to a certain degree, but you get lots of different crochet hook cases, and for me, my one is a total and utter lifesaver, game changer, and just brilliant. Yes, you do have for your crochet hooks, obviously, But a lot of the crochet hook bags will only have for crochet hooks, and some of them are almost like pencil cases and things like that. You can also use that, and that's not a problem. I like this one because it's easy to get to the crochet hooks. You can see exactly what you want. It's very organized. However, for me, the biggest thing about this, if I can fasten it, crochet hook case is the fact that it has the other side to it. And in this side, usually my ruler is in here too, but I have everything else. I have scissors and needles, I have measuring tapes, I have my stitch markers. I can keep all sorts in here. It is absolutely brilliant, keeps it all together. Absolutely must have for me, because I can literally carry this around with me. It goes wherever I go. I can grab that and know everything is together and know that I've got what I need to be able to carry on. So this sort of hook case for me is an absolute must, and I do think if you fancy trying to get one, I will put a link for you down below so that you can have a look at it and get one similar if you want to. Now, I actually don't have it here with me, but I will put a little picture of it in for you. But another one for me is my yarn ball. It is such a good help for me. I love my yarn ball. It's absolutely beautiful. I got it as a gift, and that's something else to remember, is that if you get the opportunity, especially Christmases and birthdays, put things on your list that you'd really like to have, but it's also going to be useful. And I love my yarn ball because it is beautiful and also functional. It keeps my yarn from running off my lap and onto the floor and maybe gathering dust or other things. And obviously, for me and my grandchildren would think that hilarious and probably chase it and run away with it, because they do try to run away with my wool frequently. So yeah, I love my yarn ball. It's absolutely beautiful and it keeps everything safe. So these crochet tools have really made my process a lot easier and smoother, and I really couldn't function and make the crochet items I do if I didn't have some of them. It's as simple as that. But obviously they are a bit bulky, most of them, to take with me. Things like my steam iron, there's no way I'd be taking that from place to place with me. But I do have my crochet bag that has all sorts of other things in it, including a few unexpected essentials and a secret that I like to keep from my grandchildren. So if you're curious as to what I have in it, then check out my What's in My Crochet Bag video that I will link on the screen for you. And I'd love to know what your favourite crochet tool or gadget is. Have I missed out anything that you feel is essential? Pop it in the comments down below for me. Thank you for watching, for keeping me company, and I'll see you in this one.